Sourdough terminology, let's talk about leaven. Okay, so leaven, Levain. I've heard so many different pronunciations of this word. Okay, and let me just full disclosure with you guys. So when I got started in sourdough, when I was first thinking about doing sourdough, right? What I did was I went out and found who was good in the world at sourdough, and I found a cookbook, and it was on sale, and so I bought this cookbook, right? And when I bought the cookbook, I got a message, and the message said, "Hey, before the cookbook arrives, we have some pre-videos for you to watch that will help explain some of the recipes in the cookbook." And I'm thinking, okay, cool, this is awesome. I get to watch these videos and it will teach me some stuff. And this guy comes on and he's got this accent, and it was great, right? And he was really super talented. And he says, and so you're going to build your leaven, or no, he didn't say leaven. He said, you're going to build your levain. And I'm thinking, what in the world is he saying? He never described it, didn't explain it. I didn't know what in the world he was talking about. So let's talk about it. What in the world is a leaven? Well, number one, if you use that version of the word leaven, you start to think, oh, I'm trying to leaven my bread. What am I going to use to actually be the yeast in my bread, right? Well, that's exactly what it is. So for me, on any given day, I keep about 30 grams of starter on my counter, okay? Now, 30 grams is not going to do a ton in a loaf of bread. And so if I want to bake a loaf of bread, I need more starter than this. So how am I going to get it? Well, I'm going to build a leaven, or a levain, or a levain, however you want to pronounce it. What that simply means is I'm going to take some of this, which is my nice, happy, active starter. I'm going to take some of this, and I'm going to add flour and water. So I'm going to feed it. Okay, so if my recipe calls for, let's say, 75 grams of active starter, well, I have 30 right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 15 of this, 15 grams here, and I'm going to feed it 30 grams of water and 30 grams of flour. So that's 30 plus 30 plus 15, so that's 75 grams. At that point, I have 75 grams, and I'm going to let it sit for a few hours to become active. And once it's reached its peak, I have my leaven. That is how much I need for my recipe. Likewise, if my recipe said I needed 150, then I'll do different calculations. So the leaven is building enough yeast that's active in your sourdough starter, okay, so that you can bake your loaf of bread, your muffin, whatever it is that you're making, your pretzels, your donuts, whatever it is. It's just growing enough, because for most of us, we don't keep enough around to be able to do that on a daily basis, right? I don't keep that much starter just sitting around. I keep the bare minimum. So that's what it means. Hope that helped demystify that term for you of leaven. Very, very simple. It's just an active starter that's enough starter for you to actually make your recipe. That's it. Feed your starter, you build a leaven. All the same. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe down below. We've got a ton more great sourdough videos. And also, if you're brand new to sourdough and you want to get involved and you want to build a sourdough starter so that you can start making bread, hey, let me know that. Send me a comment and reach out to me either on Instagram, Cooking with Atiba, or on my website, cookingwithatiba.com. You can join my sourdough lab that's coming up. It'll be absolutely wonderful. It's a sourdough starter lab that's coming up. And you can get started with your own sourdough baking experiments at home too. All right, see you later.